Imagine this, an island where 500,000 enslaved Africans worked under the whip, producing unimaginable wealth for Europe. The finest sugar, coffee, and rum flowed endlessly across the Atlantic. But in the shadows of the plantations, whispers began to spread of freedom, of fire, of revenge. And then, the unthinkable happened. The enslaved rose up. Not only did they break their chains, but they defeated the greatest empires of their time. This is the story of the Haitian Revolution, the only successful slave revolt in human history. Part 1. The richest colony in the world. In the late 1700s, Saint-Domingue, today's Haiti, was the crown jewel of the French Empire. The colony produced 2/3 of Europe's sugar and coffee, making it the most profitable piece of land in the world. But this wealth came at a terrible cost. Over 500,000 enslaved Africans worked in brutal conditions. They faced starvation, torture, and death for the smallest acts of resistance. Life expectancy for an enslaved African in Saint-Domingue was less than 10 years. French colonists grew rich, while Africans were treated as disposable tools. But oppression always breeds resistance. Part 2. Sparks of Revolution. In 1789, across the Atlantic, the French Revolution exploded. The ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity spread like wildfire. In Saint-Domingue, different groups interpreted those words for themselves. The white planters wanted independence from France, but still wanted slavery. The free people of color, many of mixed African and European descent, wanted equality with whites. The enslaved majority wanted freedom, dignity, and revenge. Tensions boiled until, in August 1791, enslaved Africans gathered in secret at a Voodoo ceremony in Bois Caïman. There, leaders like Dutty Boukman swore an oath to fight. Within days, plantations went up in flames. The revolution had begun. Part 3. Fire and blood. Tens of thousands of enslaved Africans rose up, armed with machetes, fire, and sheer determination. Plantations burned, and enslavers were killed. The French colonists, shocked and terrified, called for help. Soon, Spain and Britain, hungry for the colony's wealth, joined the chaos, each sending troops to seize Saint-Domingue. The island became a battlefield of empires and revolutionaries, a three-way war between France, Britain, and Spain, with the enslaved caught in the middle. Part 4. The rise of Toussaint Louverture. From the flames emerged a leader who would change history. Toussaint Louverture. Born enslaved, he gained his freedom before the revolution. A brilliant strategist, he organized the rebels into a disciplined army. He shifted alliances, first siding with the Spanish, then with the French when they promised emancipation. In 1794, the French Revolution's radical government abolished slavery in all its colonies. For the first time, freedom was law. Toussaint now fought to defend it against Britain and Spain. By 1798, Louverture's forces had driven out both empires. He had turned an army of former slaves into one of the most feared forces in the world. Part 5. Napoleon's Gamble. But freedom was not secure. In 1799, Napoleon Bonaparte rose to power in France. He dreamed of rebuilding a French empire in the Americas, with Saint-Domingue at its heart. In 1802, Napoleon sent his brother-in-law, General Charles Leclerc, with over 40,000 soldiers, the largest expeditionary force France had ever assembled. Their mission: reimpose slavery. At first, Toussaint resisted fiercely, but betrayal struck. He was captured and shipped to France, where he died in a cold prison in 1803. His final words were chilling. "In overthrowing me, you have cut down only the trunk of the tree of liberty. It will spring up again by the roots, for they are numerous and deep." Part 6. Dessalines and final victory. After Toussaint's capture, leadership passed to Jean-Jacques Dessalines, a fierce general with unbreakable will. Dessalines rallied the rebels, reminding them of the horrors of slavery. The French forces, weakened by tropical diseases like yellow fever, collapsed under relentless attacks. In November 1803, Dessalines' army defeated the French at the Battle of Vertières, one of the most decisive battles in history. On January 1, 1804, Dessalines declared independence. The colony was reborn as Haiti, the world's first free black republic. Part 7. The Aftermath. The Haitian Revolution sent shockwaves around the globe. For enslaved people everywhere, it was a beacon of hope, proof that freedom was possible. For slaveholding nations, it was a nightmare. The United States, terrified of revolt among its own enslaved population, refused to recognize Haiti for decades. France, humiliated, later demanded reparations, a ransom Haiti was forced to pay for its independence, crippling the young nation's economy for generations. But despite the hardships, Haiti stood tall. The enslaved had defeated France, Britain, and Spain, the strongest powers of their age. Closing. Legacy of fire and freedom. The Haitian Revolution was more than a war. It was a message that freedom is worth fighting for, that no empire, no army, no chain can hold back a people determined to be free. From the cane fields of Saint-Domingue rose a cry that shook the world, a cry that still echoes today: liberty or death.